That's why I just retitled it "Messing Up." Yeah, I forgot to turn the do not call, do not disturb shit on my phone. Cheers. And therefore, I went back and I still fucked up. So, no, actually, the phone wouldn't let me back in. So, cheers to you. What's up? I do have a join in link for those keen and available too. You know what I mean? Also, I have to be able to contact you. Put my email in the last thumbnail. Sorry. Don't know, man. I fucked it up. All right. Thank you. As you cycle through, please click like on the way in if you like it, on the way out if you do not. How's everybody doing, man? I'll be consuming some cannabis, legal for me in Virginia as a resident over 21. Bam. Nice, right? Yeah, we got the best style. We got that donate style. Anyone over 21 could just give it to each other. Isn't that the way? Yeah, it's better than when, like, what is that company that does now work with the nicotine and shit? Is that Altria? Like they make Zins or whatever because they extract pure nicotine from plants and they make vapes and blah blah blah. Whatever. Whoever the major players are that are going to take over that cannabis for you guys when it's over the counter, it ain't going to be what you want, man, and you don't want it to go Venezuelan, eh? So, big up Chavez. Mm. But enjoy it while you can. Yeah, we have a farmer. That's who we deal with, and they're real. They're about their shit. That's the deal, man. Enjoy it while you can. Just some cannabis. Wow. I know that'll be a couple hours coming there. Mm. Just getting into it, dude. Just getting into it. I'm gonna go ahead and dig it out. Make sure it's 4, 5 hours. Take care of everything. Hey, it's back to school. My daughter's going to school tomorrow, so by the time this buzz is down, I'll be at the fucking bus stop. I'll tell you that. She's the last one in school, guys. Fifth grade. What do you guys know about fifth grade? You got kids? Please click like. It's free enough. Click like on the way in if you like it, on the way out if you do not. Cheers. Here we go. Some more koosh. Oh, yeah. You see. It's green. If it's green, baby, it's green. Just roasting off that wonderful oil. I do have a join in link for those that are in touch with me. Email at least, right? If you don't know, then go back to my page and you can see, on this channel page. Otherwise, I did try to make it in the thumbnail, but I fucked that stream up. I forgot to put the phone on do not disturb before I went up. Got a notification. Messed me all up. You know what I mean? What can I do, man? I'm a tech tard. I did grow up with this stuff, but I was very disillusioned at a very early age. I did grow up with it. And they literally started me in infancy on the computers. You know what I mean? Like those old school computers. You have to flip the fucking floppy over and all to get the rest of the info. What was on that thing? Eight gigs or some shit. 4 on each side, maybe 3.5. I don't remember. Nah, they used to measure in megabytes, so probably was like 150 on each side, right? I don't even know, but those were the days. Anyways, I got disillusioned quite early because first of all, they said this is the only way you'll make money in the future, and that offended me. I was trying to learn how to play a little organ, a little, you know, uh, acoustic guitar, stuff like that. That's what I was interested in. I used to draw. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I drew, I painted, I wrote. Writing is something that I've never wanted to sort of cop to. So I've always torn my pages usually down into confetti and just disposed of them. You know what I mean? That's the trail, the paper trail that you create in life. And I've always had an aversion to it. My father was recently talking to me about, some of the struggles that we've had in finances and, you know, well, what kind of, you're using a fucking spreadsheet? Nah. You know what I mean? A ledger of some sort? Nah. You know what I mean? And then I told him, look, I don't like writing shit down. Then I realized, as I was contemplating later, as I was opening one of my little notebooks to start making such notations, I looked in front of me and I realized there's a spider web of information, and it's mainly numbers. And that's how I was keeping track. But they were obscure. Like I said, in this whole artistic pattern, this spider web, if you saw it, you'd be like, oh, what is that? Contemporary art? Nah, it was so many numbers that, they were all, well, they were hidden in the first place. They were only supposed to tell me. Now, I did start having to talk to my wife after all many, many, many years, decades, couple decades, did start having to say, okay, so you don't want to like be concerned about it, so let's let you be in on it. You really want to hear about finances, and so because I've always just handled that and just kept it quiet, because people get emotional about money, and I don't believe that that's the same court. I don't believe that's the same sport or court. You don't get emotional about money, but people do. So I also realized, like, I'm not saying I'm correct. I'm just saying I learned at a certain time in a certain way. All the info that I read in my house was from elementary school, primary school in the old days, and it was in my basement because my grandmother kind of owns the school and stuff. You know what I mean? She's dead now, but all of the belongings and everything of the school are still hers. But at that time, preschool for me, I read the whole fucking lot of them, And then when even in high school, in the first 1 or 2 years, I would see the same books. I said I read that before I went to daycare. You know what I mean? Like, honestly. So that was good. I had a good head start. I really like, I had like that. The fuck is this puzzle in front of me as far as words? Being 2 years old, 3 years old. My first word was hammer. I said hammer, hammer, hammer. Why? Because I was talking about McDonald's. Because the flag, the American flag, was to me as a 2, 3 year old a symbol of McDonald's, because they always had one out there. And then they said, over 100, no, over 500,000 served, or 600. It was so back that it didn't say over a billion, or when they had to amend after that, finding that their numbers were way out, billions and billions served. But back in those days, it was a place that ubiquitous, right? All of them had a flag, American flag. So I associated that with the place. Now, I only mentioned that because my first word was hammer, hammer. And it was when the TV was going off air, guys. They used to go off air for the night, and they would do, a lot of them, a national anthem. Some of them would cut to a test pattern and leave it on a test pattern, but that was broadcast TV, guys. Channel 3, 4, 5. No, 3 was where we put the video player in. We were lucky enough to go all the way back to beta. So that's most of my life. You know what I mean? Most of my life. I almost never didn't have a videotape player. Pimp as hell, I know. I enjoyed it. But anyways, that was obviously a luxury in those days, as were those computers. But I got disillusioned so quick on those computers. And again, I was saying that, I was interested in the certain little tiny creative arts, like trying to work this organ, trying to play a little acoustic guitar, just very meagerly, very, I knew everybody, I knew there was a top 2% of performers, and that everybody else was everybody else, completely replaceable. You don't shine like the top 2% of guitar players, guys. This day, 10,000 years ago, when they're playing a catgut lute, who knows? You know what I mean? The first time you tripped on a tree and decided that you could manipulate the boing, boing, boing of a root or whatever. Yo, there's still only been top 2% of best performers, and everybody else is everybody else. You might as well be nobody, So, but you still want to express yourself creatively. Anyway, I bring all that back around into the first word, because the mystery of words at 2 and 3 years old, it was enough to me to be like, I need to do this fucking reading thing. I need to consume this information. You look at it now, in the future, 46 years old, and I think about the reality, and I have tens of thousands between a book and a videotape, like the same thing. You know what I mean? Like media, you know. And what I realize is we only juggle so many words in the books. A lot of them start with the same words. A lot of them bring up the same word right away. The is always there. That the geniuses that I knew, these girl geniuses that I knew all the way back to elementary school, but their future progression in by the time they were sophomores, they would speak without articles or prepositions. So they were using an economy of language. They just threw them away. Articles and prepositions. Now you try that. I mean, back then we had to plot out sentences and define what articles and prepositions were. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm qualified for that anymore, but at the same time, you could just look up anything here. And the new campaign, as I have noted, as I have seen in commercials, which means like the most upfront media blitz sort of thing that we have, commercials. Even a person like me, no cable, no nothing, I'm still seeing commercials. On this phone when I play a video, maybe, or on my Blu-ray player when I stream YouTube or stream something else, they throw those commercials in. If you notice, they have a new campaign now about AI, right? And they're like, use AI. You use it in your job. It's smarter than you. It'll teach you. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you know. And they brought it down to the you know, uh, sort of base level of, are you a cupcake maker or something like that? Like you make biscuits. You might have been making biscuits for 3,000 years. You might have experience behind you, but you can still learn by asking AI, how do I make biscuits? That's what they've been pushing recently. I've been seeing it. You know what I mean? So you can call that paranoid, but that shit's crazy because those things are human things, creative endeavors, So the pseudo creative endeavors of the AI are completely see through. But I don't like the fact that the commercial campaign is so commercial in media that it's down to, excuse me for burping. What's up, kid? Hey. It's down to the commercials for a person like me that doesn't have cable, doesn't ask for it, and still, will encounter it, blah 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 blah, in the stream setting or whatever. So it's been pretty hard, and like they've been pushing it hard, and it's really funny because think about that for a second. They're telling you, hey, you can speak back and forth with AI. You can use that to make yourself better at what you do, And in a tech sense, they do. They practice such, you know what I mean? But this is not a human. So in a creative sense, I disagree. I think the person that makes cakes, hoe cakes, pancakes, hoes gotta eat too, cupcakes, I think they're much more qualified and will never learn more from an AI and artificial intelligence than a 30-year background in doing so, right? I didn't say 3,000 anymore. Actually, hoe cakes were a preference of um, Abraham Lincoln, as far as I know. You know what I mean? But hoes got to eat too. So it's just how it goes. But anyways, the experience going back in that case, what, 270 years? I don't fucking know. Who cares? Something like that. It's all a blink of a fucking eye for us, 88 years on Earth, 92, 43, whatever. So 36, 96, 102. Pick one. Either way, it's a blink of an eye. So I understand theoretically, in the background, we can say, this is how we think, reason, and learn further. Feed it into the machine. And again, in a blink of an eye, it can do so much more work than you in such a faster, pace in the background, something you can't see. But what does that have to do with experience and creativity? There's no flair. There's no secrets. Like in the cooking industry or something like that, something real basic that we've needed forever, that we've had forever. We can see that they suffer from not having the background of the guard, the old guard, who would be sharing the secrets, as in this. Let's say you go to a typical deli counter thing where you're going to get a hoagie, grinder, sub, blah, 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 whatever you call it, eh? An elongated sandwich, yes? Okay. So let's say it's a meatball marinara, right? First of all, you got to put a real marinara, right? Okay. Number one. Number two, are you going to make that thing? Okay. Toast the bread. Why? Integrity, so that the other stuff doesn't soak through. Fine. Toast the bread properly. Integrity. Use the right roll. Man, BJ's their fucking rolls are good. That's we catered our own events, and it's like we called. You know what I mean? But that's because we used those, and we just were creative and stuff. So BJ's is a cool as hell sort of club. Uh, what's the other? Oh, the big guy is Costco, right? I don't have a Costco membership, but guys, if you do, I mean, I know that's a way to save money on meats for sure because we get to walk through there with my mom and shit. They've gotten a lot worse. They've gotten a lot more strict. What's going on, Anthony? How you doing? Thank you for your return. I apologize about the wrench thing. I had to deal with shit. So you're back in. You're back in that. So it was just kind of a sweep I had to do. But what I was saying is, I have said or I have seen that they recently, in the most commercial way, have been putting, I don't care how good you are at your industry. Go ahead and talk to an AI and you'll get even smarter. You'll get even better. And I just don't believe that in a creative endeavor. And I don't believe it in sort of a practical thousands of forevers, that we've needed it and shit like that. That's awesome, Anthony. Man, throw the link in. Throw the link in. What's up, Chikatilo? You're looking good too. Nice to see you. Happy armistice. For real? Oh, damn, man. I really appreciate that. I miss you too, but I've been around. It's just been sporadic. I've been busy. Cool, cool, cool. Drop your channel. Everybody, check out Anthony's channel, okay? But I was getting to, in those creative endeavors, even if it just be something as simple that you need every day as food, and it's a meatball marinara, well, you're going to have to toast that bread a little bit. You're going to have to get the right roll, right? That's for the integrity of the bread so that like sauce doesn't soak through. Now it's a marinara, so you have to have the right fucking sauce, and it's meatballs. So they shouldn't be bread with meat drippings. They should be meatballs, generally beef and pork, or a mix. My grandma did. She threw veal in every time, beef in, veal in, pork in. She didn't make it without beef and pork. It had to be a couple animals, eh? What's going on, Dahmer? Oh, you guys are getting jealous? It's a lover's spat, man. Mm. I got room to hang with both of you at the same time, right? Anthony can come too, but Anthony, share that channel, man. I want to see your plants and animals. That's cool. Your agrarian channel. I'm both. I'm both, Jeffrey. I shift. You know what I mean? I'm not a one way like you. I shift. I can be all things to no people. They really don't give a shit. But yeah, I shift around. Cool, cool. There you go. You can do like the actual www dot and it should show up because you're a mod and they should be able to click right through. You know what I mean? What's up, fish? What's up, fish? I hear you. Of course you can get in. We'll have a picnic table, man. What's your guys' favorite foods? Some of you like dark meat better than others? Whatever. What are your favorite foods? We'll put it right on the menu there. Throw another throw another scrimp on the Barbie, eh? You should be in love. Yeah, be in love with everything, man. Every breath you take, every morsel you taste, every blood you drink. I'll be watching you. What's up, kid? They're still around. It's gonna be my daughter's. Well, you didn't have to say. You didn't have to say, but only if it's prepared properly. That's my fucking pet peeve, eh? Right, right. Figure everything out. But yeah, you could put that whole link, and then there's a way to like hyper, you know, just highlight somebody's like username. I don't really know, Anthony, so I apologize for that. I would need more equipment and stuff too. I'll work on that. I'll work on it. If I hang around, I'll work on it, and I'm gonna hang around. This has been we're coming up on the year. You know what I mean? Of this live stream style, so I think I'll keep pushing. I got no reason to stop, man. I got no reason to stop. As long as I'm gonna waste my fucking time, we can waste all the time. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Look, I got teeth like you too, Chikatilo. Looks like my tongue's in jail, eh? That's what we get for gnawing on them like little too raw sometimes. You know what I mean? The blood's kind of the best part. So I like cayenne in it or on it. I know. I know. Thank you for coming back to say hi, Ted. Thank you for coming back. We had our child's they have had therapists and they qualify for therapists because they're in autism spectrum disorder categories, in general. That's enough because there's more specifics everywhere else. Right? Right. Your car keys. I can't get this dang jar open. Oh, chicken and dumplings? That sounds great. Do you share your food too? I mean, no, here we go again. Lady, help me. I know. Nurse, I like nurses. Chicken and dumpling is awesome. Green bean casserole. Yeah, man, I did a green bean casserole video way back in the beginning of live streaming, probably September plus. But I totally did that for my wife. You know what I mean? Actually, it was probably close to Thanksgiving because they probably gave it to us from the school for Thanksgiving and shit. What up, kid? See you later. Uh, so yeah, but no, I made my wife shrimp scampi for dinner. What's up, Future Trip? How you doing, Jess? So I made my wife shrimp scampi. The kids, they got like basically a labla, if you know, like sort of the term. It's a what do you call it? Lebanese food. So we did a big, huge bread. Now we tried to figure this out. How the bread is so fat and flat. You know what I mean? Come on, man. There's both things. The consumptions of. I've never eaten that, but yeah, I've never eaten that, and I'm sorry to say, but it probably did smell bad. Oh, Anthony, that Ted is famous, but he's also passed away. So anything he says is basically it's fictional. It's fictional, maybe like role playing. Anthony, those guys, they're together, as is uh, Dr. Pogo right here. They're just their own little civic community. They're all hanging together. They're very respectful and nice here, so I welcome them. Okay, so but Anthony, it's we're saying, oh, I made green beans and I made shrimp scampi. When he says I broke my arm, I mean that happened in a past time. And I was talking about how some of these childs had, therapists, and they knew about the case of Ted Bundy, and they consider that very interesting because they're psychologists, and the psychology there is different. So it's something you could look into. But please, Anthony, just understand that crew right there that's together. They're absolutely welcome here. They're totally respectful. They're great guests. I want to be a nice host to them because they're great guests. But if they speak of anything, just take it as fictional. And also remember, it's all fictional. This is just a show on a channel. You know what I mean? Even though it's a window into the rule. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know. Future Trip, she probably had a little rocky understanding, and Doug was just like, he got it. So Doug was just like, yo, that's bizarre. And I'm like, yeah, but they're cool. You know what I mean? So the SKs are in the house. So I just wanted to let you know. So Anthony, Future Trip, Anthony, sub each other up. Share your channels. Help Anthony if he needs to share his, Jess, because he's just got it going and he's sharing his plants and animals. This is total like real time stuff. It's not like past life or somewhat kayfabe, fictional, whatever we got going on here. But I respect those dudes because they respect our house. They're nice to us. You know, it's harmless that they maybe are role playing in their way, or if they're speaking from beyond the grave, hats off to them. I wouldn't tell anybody. Cheers to them. I just wanted you to be in on, yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about them hurting themselves or hurting others because it's all fiction. Did I even say those words? I'm going to get fucking problematic again here. Misconstrued. Anyway, man, cheers. That fucking bottle's empty. Let me grab the other. But Jess, Anthony, share your channels, sub up to each other. Come on. There's nothing like a little bit more support, right? You guys need one more sub, right? Click that like for me. I need one more like. Let's all support. John Wayne is the winner in numbers. He's the winner in numbers, if you ask me. I don't trust anybody like Lucas, who's claiming all this stuff because he wants another Dr. Pepper, another strawberry shake, and some Lucky Strikes. He's just playing them like a fiddle. He said, "Oh, that happened. I did it. I did it. I did it." Oh, cool. So you subbed up. Okay, so Jess, future trip. You pay attention. Sub back. Okay, sub back. Like his shit. I'm gonna be watching his shit. I gotta go on the PC to sub, so that's how it works from over here. That being said, you guys are mods. Yeah, I understood, and that's why I was telling her sub back. So you guys are mods, and so I want you to understand that so you can share links and stuff like that. It is not for timing people out or blocking people. If I am gonna time people out, usually it'll be 5-10 minutes the first time, depending on what it is. Don't retract your messages. It's not necessary, Jess. We're all open here, but couple of things that kind of rub me the wrong way and always have in the social media sphere and even before in just like internet relay chat sphere, you know what I mean? Is woman hate for no reason. If you're woman hate for no reason, that's silly. Also like any sort of a national pride that goes a little, too far, any kind of that. No, I mean that's probably pretty bad. Things that hold you guys down. I also don't allow that means spice words. You don't need to use spice words. Use something more appropriate. You know what I mean? Because, excuse me, mea culpa for burping. The deal is this: if you're saying something that never brought anybody up in the history of the world, and you're still saying it, you're a fool. I bet they did, future. That's because you hosted a palmist and a cardist, even though God was like, that's why I'm kicking them out. So you actually did overstep the bounds of their channel and their relationship there because what did you do? Hit them up on IG or do it in the chat? Either way, you're overstepping the bounds of somebody else's hosted channel because you're saying, oh, you're going to kick them out because they're doing cardistry, palmistry. And she still carried the mod with her, a mob, excuse me, word, mob, with her to your place. So she's still trying to get in. So don't discount that. You know what I mean? She's still trying to get in. Um, so they have the moral high ground in the fact that you're like, if you don't want to host this here, let me grab your audience and pull them over there. See, we can't do that, overstepping bounds. We make recommendations. Hey, check out Jessica's channel. Hey, check out Anthony's channel. But you can't be like, oh, that's unfair. You need to respect those people better. So the people who have my moral high ground and respect those people better than the channel hosts that I'm in need to come this way. And it's worse if you did it in the chat. But if you did it on IG groups, they all know each other. They all belong together. So that happens too. And I'm not saying that I love you, Jessica. I'm your friend. I'm your YouTube brother here. You're my YouTube sister, and you know what I mean by that. It's like platonic. You know what I mean? Just I love you for what you provide. I love you for what we are able to learn from each other. You've taught me so much in a short period of time, specifically because of your moralism. So I'm just saying maybe you overstep bounds in their eyes and you don't see me kicking you out. You're a mod here. Gut rot didn't disown me yet, but it tends to be the fashion. It tends to be the fashion for me to be kicked. But you had probably your second most successful stream last night. All those people came to you. I don't know if it was IG contact or chat contact, but either way, it probably stepped on toes. That's what I'm trying to say. From the point of view of a host of a channel, it probably stepped on toes to be like, if you don't want to host this over here, I'll host it over here. Everybody come. Because that's pulling people from somebody else's, 11 feet tall. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'd like to see that. No, it's okay. It's okay. And yeah, I don't care is a knee jerk reaction, but you banned me from your channel before on a knee jerk reaction and you talk shit about me online. You know what I mean? You said, "Oh, he doesn't have a job and he does this." You said those things a little bit. Like, come on. Like he says, like De Niro says, he disrespected him a little bit. But whatever. I mean, it's life, man, especially 3-4 times ups and downs. That's what we do. He's younger, but it's not that he's sensitive, but I mean, everybody's going to protect their channel. You did ban me. That's why we still can't communicate right. We'll test that on your channel, future. We'll test it. We'll fix it one day. You all don't worry about it. I know you banned me. I don't care, man. It's the fucking fashion. It's de rigueur, as they say in the France and France. De rigueur. It's like we're going to do that today. It's de rigueur. Boom. So it's one day for me every day. I think it was one of those comedy mafia movies, movies, comedy mafia movies, where the guy was like, "I knew it would come day, one day, but for what thing that I did to who?" You know what I mean? Like, yeah, whatever that is. I mean, to me, that's comedy, but at the same time, like, that's my life too. Well, I know I'm not banned now, and who gives a shit, Jess? You can't see my. I challenge you, hands off. I cannot respond to your comments on my own channel. You know what I mean? So that did happen. I got banned. I don't know if it was you. I don't know if it was a mod that you had. I didn't know if it was a managing mod. I know that it's difficult to deal with. I apologize to the people who kind of lost their blue wrench over here, and I'll try to put it back for them because shit happens. I'll tell you guys one great thing, man. Even though my little post there where I had my stream up and I had my email in the thumbnail and I bombed it because I got a notification and realized that I did not put do not disturb on my phone, I'll tell you what, the benefit of that is that notification that I got was that Creek Squad is back on for his Sunday. His Sunday chillin' chat, maybe a little karaoke. It's not Wednesday. Wednesday's full out karaoke. And that's what, respectfully, at midnight my time, which is 10 o'clock in Louisiana, where Creek Squad is at, and he's doing karaoke on Wednesday. Respectfully, I don't even want to stream during that time. I don't want to step on those toes. But the last time I saw or heard from Creek Squad guys, and I would be over there now if I didn't already plan to stream. The last time I saw or heard from him, he came up on StreamYard here with me. And he said, and I believe it was grandfather, I don't want to get, family wrong, but he, was going to go in the hospital with somebody in family that needed, somebody might be fucking with you, but somebody who needed support. And so I'm just glad to see that notification, although it ticked my balls for the day, is that he's back on live. Back on live means, better news than yesterday because he did lose the whole week at least. Last time I saw him, as I said, he was on my channel. Did anybody see that? Not many people saw that, but it was him. And yeah, Jess, you were there. And yeah, Rusty was there. And Shelves tried to show up. Oh, Shelves did. I let him in. I think he bored himself in the last 5 minutes of that shit. And of course, they didn't want to deal with him because he sucks the air out of the room. And that's why we don't deal with him. It's not a hate thing. It's a grow up motherfucker thing. You know what I mean? Grow up motherfucker thing. I mean, what's wrong with that? I'm not hating on anybody. I'm the last one, man, to do that. And then, you have to understand, Jess, I can't comment. You can't see my chat when you're live, but I'm always there. And that's why I do that heart, 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 celebrate, celebrate, heart, heart, smile, smile. And then I end it with 100, 100. Because those emojis go through. I don't care what channel you guys are that you've already banned me from your chat. If you see heart, 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 smile, smile, heart, 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 celebrate, celebrate, 100, 100. Maybe I do it again. Heart, 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 smile, smile. That's when you're being absolutely fruity. Heart, 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 smile, smile because you're being so fruity. 100, 100. 100 and 100 is my stamp. Those are the places I'm not allowed to chat. And the thing is this, Jess, future trip, other people in your chat can see my words. You cannot. And I cannot respond to you when you say, hey, Joe, you say it all the time. Hey, on my, when are you going to go live? I cannot even answer you on my own channel because when I do, it says this action is banned or this action is restricted or whatever, and that's on my channel, So someone's fucking with you. Everything's fucking with me. It's all good though. Just investigate as you can and ask people who have experience. So you had all those people on your channel yesterday, and they'll come back around, and you think it gut rot and Hoover specifically have disowned you. I mean, you just threw that out. Just reading the chat, I didn't say so. They're good people, guys. They're good people. So, you know what I mean? Just be cool. Is it wild? It's not wild, man. It's like the YouTube. It's like some sort of like the Wild West was packaged the tour. Here we go back to the beginning of the whole channel and everything else. Samuel Clemens, you know that guy? He's a writer. Samuel Clemens, white hair. He created the tour, the United States tour. And he did it as an orator, but he was also a comedian. You know what I mean? He was the guy. He created the tour, and the tour is everything. And then the problem is in the tour and in the interest of capitalism and making the most bucks, there's a flesh and powder trade that decides they're going to parasitically move on artists because artists do something that other people can't. They do something that other people can't. Oh, I can't comment on anybody's channel, man. You know what I mean? Like barely. I got some friends out there, Bond Entertainment, Sean the Bond. He lets me comment. He's also modded me, but he said, don't let it go to your head. So good, man. I'm glad he has those boundaries that are reasonable and everything else. And I love the music he plays, so I'm always in. But hey, Captain Spaulding, he's okay. He's let me in there. You know what I mean? Pinky Promise let me in there. These people, it's cool. Drewski, I was talking to him. Then Senate gets in the chat and tells him to ban me, and he does. Drewski Brewski bans me from his channel because Senate said so. There's no context, there's no understanding. Jack said he didn't ban me from his because Senate answered me when I showed up face to face. But he answered in the chat to Jack because Jack said, I didn't ban you. And Senate said, I sure as fuck did, motherfucker. You're not allowed here, blah, blah, blah. And I said, you're an intelligent person. Can you plot out a sort of an outline for me? Give me 3 things that I did wrong. No, I don't want to answer that. But, you better understand I blocked you and I'm proud. Okay, you blocked me and you're proud. And he's taking it. Even though he's the channel owner, he could reverse it. But, yeah, why step on the toes of, people who've been in love for so long? Of course not. I don't want to step on your toes. I understand what the honeymoon phase is. So, Jessica, when you have 17 people watching, like 9 people on your stream yesterday, that was kick ass. Was that your number 2 stream? Because your first one, when Dougie came up and he helped you with the tech shit, that was probably number 1. You probably had double those people watching. But the drama's real. The suppression is real. Okay, guys? Are you subbed up to my channel with that notification bell? Because I'm subbed up to people that are subbed up with me, and I've got the notification bell, and so do they. Still no notifications. I still have to go press YouTube, subs, live, YouTube, subs, recent, YouTube, subs, all. I don't get notifications. It says all notifications. And then Doug says, hey, what works is go back, unsubscribe, resubscribe, press the bell again, and you'll start getting notifications because it'll be fresh, right? That's suppression. Just because something is your newest interest doesn't mean it isn't something you want to follow. So that's suppression. And I cannot ask you whether you ever come back again, whether you wanted to and didn't know that you needed to, whether it's the cult classic you didn't know you wanted, right? I cannot ask you to do 5 steps. Go to my channel, click unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then click the notification bell again. That's 4. But subscribing to me the first time is the heavy 5th. The heavy 5th. No, I'm just being clear. You know what I mean? Just, we have to be honest up front because this ain't no bullshit, man. And you know what? If they want to squad up in little splinters of 12, you know what I mean? Fucking less than a toothpick pack, which is a 30 pack, you know what I mean? But bigger than a gang, which is just 4 of me, you know what I mean? If they want to do that, then we need to fucking squad up too, man. So when there's 12 in every little tiny camp and there's 80 over here, we can say there's 80 over here. As they say, and this is supposed to be a warning, because of his pride, Lucifer and the third of the angels went together to rule down there. That what they didn't say in the next sentences, and the other 2/3 of the angels created thousands of factions and they all fight against each other. Wouldn't you like to be on 33% that was working together instead of Those other 2/3 who are making nothing but unending arguments. Arguments against new technology. Hey, you know what I don't like? Guns. Well, listen, man. I can make a gun. I don't generally make bullets, but the technology will never be unlearned. So if you fight about guns, you have a pretty safe argument. Abortion. The technology will never be unlearned. You cannot stop guns, abortion. Tell me you need regulation. Tell me you need regulation. And I'll tell you what, if I need a gun, I don't need to ask anybody. I don't call you if it's that day because I'm the type that doesn't need a gun until it's too late. So what the fuck am I going to ask the government for? Why do I need a license or a why did I say government? I meant what do I have to ask? Holy shit. I didn't say any of that. Rewind. Is there a cut button? How do I put a poll up here? Put a poll right up in there. Fucking hell. Right? Right. Yeah, but on that day, Anthony, on that day that you need it, you're not going to ask. You know what I mean? I went to lockup, you know, in a mental sense. And so they say, hey, look, you're back out of here. There's no diagnosis because you're not crazy, you're just an asshole. And I'm like, I know, I was born that way. But they're like, yeah, so the governor gives you this little fucking form letter and says you can't have a gun until you go back up, to the Capitol and ask for it, right? Not legally. And I'm like, I'm fucking brick and nails. You know what I mean? If I need a gun, I'm not gonna ask the governor. I'm gonna fucking get a gun, man. Like I'm not asking the guy in the front of 7-Eleven, I'm asking the guy in the back. And we're on today. You know what I mean? And if I need that gun, I'm not getting a gun to put up on my wall. If I need it, chop chop, poof, gone. East River. Future, you want to come up? Right? I know you didn't sell it. Shit, it just walked away. Come on, Anthony. I don't know. I didn't get caught up in something like that. I got a weird one because I wasn't home and they gave me a paraphernalia charge. Roommate didn't have to be there. Or didn't have to let him in, whatever. Um, he let him in. He opened him up, let him in. And then dickhead cops can't be like, oh, because so and so says that's JoJo's bong. You know what I mean? Well, so and so was 50 feet away from the bong, and me and my boys were out of town already. We had smoked that, and we were out there, zooming, not in 50 feet. So he's the, you know what I mean? Like, let's call that conspiracy law in proximity. He lets him in like a dumbass. Excuse me. And I don't mean to demean his character. He's a cool guy. But these dumb, and then the cops are like, oh yeah, that's cool. You said it was his. Oh, what's his name? They start writing that shit down. And their report looks like, a kindergarten thing. It looks like something they wrote in a crayon, you know? So I called just my friend, weird fucking freak friend, because his mom's a lawyer, And so she comes in there and then she's like, I'm going to tell them they got no reason to pass judgment on this case. How are they going to charge you with something because somebody said so that was over there in possession of it? How are they going to charge you with it when you weren't there? Because they took his word for it? No. We're going to call this unfit for judgment. Stet docket. That's it, And then I had to walk up to the police station anyway, because again, I'm not there. They like fucking tape a request for me to show up to the door or something. So I go show up and I tell the dude, hey, you only got exit over here. I had to hop illegal exit to come over by this. There's no fucking sidewalk or walk path or anything. So you guys are a government like facility, right? You're available to us as citizens. Actually, you asked me as a citizen to come walk my ass and waste my time with no pay to come to your little government building, and then you made me do something illegal to cross, the exit to get to you. And he said, "Do you think this is all bullshit?" I said, "Do you think it's all bullshit? Do I think it's all bullshit that you took like a tiny plastic tube, off of the table, and you want to give me like 2.5 years of incarceration for paraphernalia or whatever? Do I think this is bullshit?" I mean, I was like, I got no answer for that. What do you fucking think? You know what I mean? I got no answer. What'd you write? What'd you write, Future? Because they can. Jessica, I used to work in different capacities in commercial industries where you have to knock doors, and people will ignore you and they'll just be like, "Oh, I didn't hear it." And there's so much social pressure to just do what you're asked. So they're like, "Answer the door." And there's so much social pressure to just do what you're asked. So they want to instant stooge you, basically. So right on, Anthony. And you know what? You can do that quite legally, quite easily. You really can keep working on that, right? You can do that, bro. I'm just saying, I've never been interested in Law and Order, dude. I've never signed a compact with any of these people. When I make agreements with friends, oh, I get screwed 80% of the time, 98% of the time, sometimes. But you make agreement of friends and you shake hands, and that's the new compact that I've always lived with, at least, excuse me, since the bicentennial of the country, 1976. Although I was born in 1978, I was pretty tuned in. So since the bicentennial of the country, I didn't care about that because I never signed a fucking compact with anybody. I never made an agreement. So I try to do it in real life and extend my hand because I want other people to be willing to make agreements with me. And it never works out. So I'm the idiot, right? What's up, Keys? How you doing? I'm doing good this evening, man. I'm doing great this evening. Anthony, share your channel with Brother Keys. Sub up to Smooth Keys as well. Smooth Keys will be a guest in this channel, of course. You know what I mean? Providing us with some beautiful music, all right? Because we are all about music, man. I don't have my shit together to make any. Let's see. What happens if I play this over here, all right? Again, the phone that I had to replace for microphone, not speaker. So what happens if I do this? This will be a test. What's my mark here? 47. So I don't know how that's going to sound. Let's give it a minute. I'll be right back. So I don't know how horrible that sounds over there, but I'll test it out later. I watched the time, 47 and what. Whew. But yeah, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. Um, all right. So in honor of Fresh Prince, obviously 10 months plus that, we've been hooked like that, and he's been around and he's been active, and we're talking about Prince and Angel, kind of sorting out their stuff, maybe contacting each other, everything like that. Smooth Keys, it's youtube.com/at smoothkeys793. That's what you need to sub up and like. Thank you. Awesome, Anthony. Anthony subbed you up, Smooth. If you see that notification, sub him back, man. He just started sharing his plants and his animals. So there you go, man. There's a good start. And I'll tell you what, he's a cook, so we're gonna see some of that. I bet you. I hope so, man. I like that. Anthony, I gotta get to my PC to sub people back and forth, but I absolutely will. All right. So if I'm not on there already, I might be. I try. Anyway, in honor of Fresh Prince, man, and nobody can ever copy the angel that he is. You know what I mean? Interestingly, I was speaking with about Angel and trying to get them to sort out their stuff because we got the ups and downs, but we're good people. What's up, Future Trip? How you doing? Oh yeah, Jess, I'll send you a link. Fried green tomatoes. Holy moly, man! Yeah, yeah. So I was trying to with very limited money, and again, like I mentioned earlier, BJ's. It's not Costco, man. You know what I mean? So you can't save all that meat money, but I have a Berkeley and Jensen membership, BJ's. So you got to buy a case, 12 or whatever cans. But now in like Target, they want like $3 a can for some motherfucking carrots and shit. And you're like, what? You know? So I thought I would be smart. And the first week I got, I get beans all the time because you got to make, I mean, that keeps the kids alive there, beans and fucking, especially because we have half vegetarian heads, even though none of them are 100%, but they got half vegetarian heads. So bean and rice is an important thing in the house. And so I get that, and then I get green beans, and I'm like, next week I'm getting carrots. I go back, there's no fucking carrots, and I'm like, well, I can't get peas. It's too close. So, so I made that like green bean casserole, you know, the out of the cupboard style. You know what I mean? The cheap. But so when you did it, this is stuff you picked yourself. See that's amazing, Anthony. Yeah, we need to see that. We need to see you preparing that stuff. Yep, that's cool. So everybody sub back and forth. Um, yeah, Jess, I'll send you that link. Hold up. Yeah, I can grow stuff a little bit like that, bro. I can do that a little bit. We live in apartment housing, and it's also we don't live in the best building. Let me put it that way, okay? So they know what's up, and we know what's up, and we save a lot of money because if we walked in today, we'd have to pay a lot more. So there's sort of a mutual Crimean, council housing agreement going on here. So yeah, we ain't gonna be ambitious and try to set up a grow op in this motherfucker. All right. It's so funny when I asked our farmer for some pepper seeds, she sent me fucking AK-47 Kush, and they were auto pops. So she was like, "You don't got to do shit." I had four of them, and then the leaves start coming out, and I'm like, "Is this a fucking Hungarian wax pepper? Because this ain't no habanero." And she was like, "What?" And then it got all out, and it was pointing, and I was like, "This is a motherfucking Dutch plant." And she was like, "Oh, when you said peppers, I thought you were speaking in fucking code and peppers." I was like, "No, I wanted to grow peppers on the fucking porch like I do, just to babysit something." So then I ended up with four fucking sprout that. So two of them I gave to neighbors. They let their damn cats eat them. Again, it was auto pop. AK-47, koosh. But it was auto pop, and I never did it. I didn't know what I was doing until it got so pretty that it told me that I knew what it was doing. I made bling bling garden around it, which is all about greed and temptation. So I decorated the entire the whole tableau and the whole scene there. And when it finally came out, we rolled up about 1.5 skimp J's, and it was 4 out of 10. That's it. That's it. Tuesday night at 8. Yeah, man. Yeah. So one of the Johns and Jimmy are coming up. They're gonna tell me, but dude, Tuesday, your time 8 o'clock. You're only 1 hour behind me, so that's 9 o'clock. I need to push it. Can you push it to 9 o'clock your time, smooth? Then we'll do it. Yeah, when you're in apartments, sometimes you gotta shut your motherfucking mouth. You know what I mean? Like just because you're in an apartment or nowhere. You know what I mean? If you're really like on that edge, I went out here when we had no service. I walk up to the tree line and I go ahead and chat in on a StreamYard, and after a couple minutes, the tree line started to bark at me, shut the fuck up, and so those are basically the people that would probably used to live in one of these and now has to sleep at the tree line because it's like it's either this one or way far away. So we got to kind of shut up sometimes. Mimosa, orange punch, auto flower now. Oh yeah, and I'm sure you'll get good results. I didn't even know what we were looking at, and I'm sorry we gave them to like neighbors who should be good and have grown, but man, they let their cats eat them. So, cats are more important because they make them more money. Again, have legal cannabis for residents over 21. They can just hand each other an ounce or so, whatever. It's not about money. That's the problem. So, their cats make them money. So they eat, they let them eat that fucking shit. That shit ain't worth nothing. Nah, it's not. You get that every day. $30 a quarter. I mean, an eighth wherever you go. Maybe a $50 quarter. 120 and 0 for sure. Will it give you killer? Like 160 and 0? Whoa, you'll get real killer in Virginia. Come on. And I'm talking about 160 slaps across the fucking face because I'm not talking because you're not allowed to sell it. Peace. Anyway, I forgot where I started, and I was just trying to fill the dead time. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to send this down to Jess. All right, I went in the background. Yeah, you probably did, right? And that's like, yeah, nothing's molding. You're making, you're building bridges. That's communication and love right there. You know, hey, I hate to tell you the level of brownies that we got from the farmer because we didn't pay for weed, but she baked them, and $11 we were eating them, and she was like, "You're eating what?" Like because per cotta 11 per piece, and she's like, "Yo, that's 3 or 4. Like that's not one person." And I was like, "Yeah, well, my wife and I, we could not feel effects of edibles in the past. We thought we had an enzyme or something that completely blocked us because we could eat your whole fucking box of gummies. You know what I mean? What's the one over here? It says every one of them is 50 mg. We eat 11, nothing. You know what I mean? So that organic shit from our farmer in the brownie form, it kicked. And for what we took as a one, the baking part, we paid about $11, but not for the product. That was the gift. But the other side of that is her perception is that's like a 4-person thing. So anybody that we passed it on to, and obviously did not charge a dime, we just passed it on. We would say don't take more than half, because that would be what she called like a 2-person dose. So we would say don't take more. Now, friend of mine, he hadn't touched a thing in about 28 years, marijuana wise, and he was not interested in hitting a mushroom or any other sort of thing, even though he probably needs it. And we'll talk about that later with him. We'll be right back. But anyway, he did do his half, and he thought that years went by. He would not go upstairs because he thought everybody must be dead by now. It's been like 4 years I've been sitting here. And, that's wild because he hadn't touched it in 24 years. And he was like, "Are you sure there's nothing else?" No, there's nothing else in there. It's just outdoor uh, grunts or so, something like that. But anyway, the reason it blew your mind is you haven't touched it in 24 years. You might have hit a 14 or 17% THC 9 back then, and now you're hitting a 30, 32, 24. Let me say 24. Yeah, right. But let's say it was a 24 because I know what I had to end up growing in our little 1.5 skimps. It was a 4 out of 10. But what we get, all of it was 8, 9, 6, 7, 11. You know what I mean? So, yeah. 4 hours from a couple sips. And, that's where I was here. I only did have those couple of sips. That was my first thing when I started this. Now that's 59 minutes ago. I'm sure I got 3 more hours on it. Right on, right on. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that is awesome. QP of homegrown. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So we're waiting for what do you call it? Southern Virginia is not where I live, but Southern Virginia. What do you call it, man? Harvest-tober. We're waiting for Harvest-tober. Harvest-tober because of 9 months plus outdoor grow. So Harvest-tober, uh, half P, half P, handshake. Uh, all the desserts will be to follow. Half P, handshake on harvest time. And I can't even like tell people or my friends, because it's like, first of all, farmers like I don't know them. Second of all, farmers like, nah, we're out. So I have to understand what I'm able to get. Is it 4Z? Is it 6Z? You know, half P, and I'll just have to say that's it. Now that's not enough for the year between my wife and I, but we also know other donators, and she is like on the 9-time consumption level of me. I don't need more than 2 grams a week. I'll tell you the absolute truth. Nah, maybe 3. But when I grew up, it was a 1 2 grams, 3 pinches every week. Had to know. So I would buy QP. Brother Anthony. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Thank you. Future, I don't know if you left. I think I sent you that, but I could be wrong. Anyways, yeah, it's just been an hour. You know, a lot of times I cut them in an hour to keep the integrity. Also, like we may be doing something different in the next phase, stuff like that. But in honor of Fresh Prince, I will be back in like 2 minutes. But I'm coming up on StreamYard, and there's no. I'm just kidding. No, in honor of Fresh Prince, what I'd like to do is what he did: keep the conversation going by saying, he was asking me very simple but poignant questions, you know, as in, oh man, this is one of my favorite. I mean, this is my favorite actually. Let me not lie. So in the chunk tray, there's not much left. So let me just go in the ground. But no, it is my favorite. It's Northern Lights. It's Northern Lights. I'm a sativa bro. I like citrusy shit. I like, you know what I mean? So there we go. Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. I hope I didn't throw the stem backwards. I'm sorry, guys. That's a cheap glass piece. You know what I mean? And I didn't know how to address that properly. He's not sighted like that. I'm kind of night blind. You know what I mean? And yeah. So Keys, you'll come to understand, right? I mean, I always say, "Hey, Keys, I'll see you later." He said, "I'll see you later, brother," and like, so I don't mean that in any way because, we see, feel, hear, experience each other deeply, brotherhood, 100%, man. Solidarity and brotherhood. Where's Angel at? Sisterhood too, right? Right, Keys, where's Angel at? Sisterhood. But, and Jess, where you at? Sisterhood, everything. But yeah, he's not going to be sighted to see, but, you guys, man, communicate. That's why the man blesses us with the sound of the ear. I mean, with the gift of hearing. Playing his music. Mm. Please check out his single songs. That's classical, gospel, and jazz. Please check out his rehearsals. My favorite because it's an entire journey for a good, 40 minutes or so. I sip my tea. It takes me away from the woes of the real world because there isn't really a real world. Yeah, yeah. My father, he considers himself basically monoscopic and stuff, but he's always used glasses and stuff, so he's okay. But I guess he probably hated it when he was a kid because he had the thick ones because that's what they used to make. He kind of hated that. But once he got to get cool ones and they had transition lenses that turn gray and then black when you get in higher light and everything, he loved it. He was all like Knight Rider in his head and stuff. You know what I mean? Big up, Dad. Big up, Mr. X. But yeah, he would wear his leathers and shit. He was all Knight Rider in his head. Fucking Michael Knight. Hell yeah. I'll tell you what, future trip. Just night blind. I can see in the sun very well. What is up, future trip?
I'm
Why
all
you wrapped up to
cozy
the
and
nose?
chilling it, man. What are you doing? Look at me, I'm all cozy.
Why
I
you wrapped
haven't
up to
baked
the
for the first
nose?
time in a long time, you know that?
Nah, tell me again. I'm sorry. Oh, you're smoking joints again.
I'm like in my bed, like just hanging.
Smoke
I'm
joints, smoke joints.
guilty. What?
I say, okay, Jess. Okay, here we go.
I'm just hanging, and it froze on me. I dropped my phone a lot lately, and it's already demolished.
Yeah, I know the
Not
screen's all
hanging
shattered.
that well lately.
And then you dropped your Bible.
I dropped my
You showed
Bible.
everybody your medicine. Jess. This is for you. I don't do this much because I don't need to. I'm only one person, but I'm gonna put that much in, and you see it. And I'll be smoking a joint with you. All right. I could even put a tip in like you have, but let me keep the tip to myself.
I wasn't ready to go on live, so I'm sorry that I look like a fucking wreck right now. I didn't put any effort into going on stream right now, okay? So everybody can just relax and let me chill for a day. It's a I'll still come say hello.
Hey, look,
I
who's not being chill? I'm Give me a second so I can roll in too.
didn't mean to
Come on now, everybody count. How much? Okay, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
listen. I didn't
Are we
say
at
no.
18 yet? I was lying. Here we go. Are we at 18 seconds yet?
They
Here
were
we go.
kicked out. They were kicked out. I didn't take no one's show. They literally got booted out.
Yeah, but how
They
did you
were in the
communicate
middle
with
of it.
them,
It's
Jess?
it's not because
Jess, do me a favor.
I wasn't trying to
I'm
turn
going to
my
be a
channel
lot.
into an oracle reading or tarot.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, here we go. We got to start, okay?
I was just
I'm
trying to
going to
do the
be.
right thing and let these
I,
girls finish
can I
their.
light my joint too? Or is it just you, huh?
And it turned into a party. I'm sorry. It turned into a fucking party.
It was awesome. It was awesome. It was your second most attended since your first, for sure. Now, it was awesome. Now, let me ask you this question, please.
What's up?
How did you contact them and tell them to come to your place? IG or his
Uh,
chat?
it was just us three at first. So there was me, Wardy, and this
In
other.
his chat room or
Listen,
on IG? That was the question.
we were on Gut Rocks. He was
So, did you tell people to come from his chat to your channel?
Here's what happened.
No, tell me if that happened. That's a question, yes or no.
Everything that partakes, so you know the whole picture.
No, just answer me that question, and then I'll be uncharacteristically quiet to hear the whole story. But I need a yes or no. I need a yes or no. Did you tell them in his chat to come to your channel?
I said if you want to do a stream with the oracle reading, because cut everybody out. I said
In his chat room?
it because he kicked him out.
Why you think he's mad? Why you think he's
I'm
mad?
not mad. He didn't block me. I was tripping, but like it was just Hoover and that one girl doing a card. And here's what happened: like it got interrupted while she was already reading it, dude. So I was just trying to
And
let her
that's what I'm
finish.
saying. You can explain the whole story, but you
I
had to
was
give
just
me a
trying
yes
to
on that
let her
question. The answer was you used his chat to drive people to your channel. You cannot do that on YouTube. You
finish.
can't. But now explain the whole story.
Bro, it started out with two girls. Manifested into like everybody. I'm sorry, it did. It just did.
No. I'm glad everybody was there. It's
I
the
didn't do it on.
decorum. You
I
can't go into somebody's. You,
wasn't trying to fucking take anyone's audience. Anyways,
I am not mad at you, Jay.
I won't do it
I'm not mad
again.
at
I was
you. I'm
just
just
trying to
saying
be polite and let them finish their
Mayhem is talking about how
tarot.
beautiful you are. Can
And
you
I wanted
flash
to
a little
finish
bit
my
of
tarot reading, bro. I wanted
wink?
to see what my fate was. I kept getting omen cards, so I want to know what the fuck it was gonna say. I was really interested in knowing what my fate was. Okay, so I had to read it on my channel because they got kicked out in front of me. I felt bad for them because they got kicked out, and so there was two of us. And I said, hey, if anyone wants to join, go for it. I didn't think the whole world was gonna join. I mean, whatever. I guess that's my fault then. I'm the bad guy. I suck. I'm sorry, everyone. I let it go on for 5 hours. That's way too long. I'm done. Okay, anyways. Cheers to everybody though. Oh my god, Joe. I can't hear you. Where'd you go? I look like a scraggle muffin. Don't leave me
Okay, we'll do
hanging.
it like this. Okay, we'll do it like this. Ready? We'll do it the magician way, right? Pick a card, any card. You tell me when to stop.
Right about there, right about there. There you go. I can't read that. My eyes are dark on shit, y'all.
Holy shit.
What that says?
They're miniature cards. I can't read it either.
What? I can't help that I'm a showstopper, Joe. I'm
Mm.
just kidding.
We're both. Oh no, she stopped the show. We're both smoking spliffs right now. Mayhem. Mayhem's in love with you actually, and he's not even Tom Cable.
What in the fuck? Why does Tom Cable like me so much? Who the hell is Tom Cable? What does my face say? I can't hear anybody. Hello?
No. Jessica, the other question that I was going to ask you is this, right?
What's up?
He said he's Tom Able. Oh, he's able to. He's actually going to really lay the cable on you. He's Tom Able.
Willing and
He's
able
got
Tom
them extra
Cable.
inches of pipe. He's got them extra inches of pipe to hit the thickness.
Willing and able Tom Cable. I'm coming back. Hold on. Hold on. I have something wrong with my skin really quick. There. Touching up my makeup a little. Okay, there we go. But yeah, willing and able Tom Cable. Bro.
Hey, good night, Keys. Hey, Keys, can you do 9 o'clock on Tuesday instead of 8 your time? 9 o'clock your time, I'm down. Okay, but 8 because of making them dinner, it's too early.
I might need to grab me another joint if I even have one. I think I'm out of weed. Fuck, I fucked myself. Damn. I better enjoy the last little bit of this with you. I guess I'm in the right spot to enjoy my last joint, aren't I?
Please do, please do. Everybody, I will very soon. I'll be selling very cheap hoodies with no zipper, just to pull over, and they say "Tupa, Tupa" on the front, and then there's a
Everybody
big middle
enjoy your
finger with
last
"Go G"
joint with
on
me
the
'cause
back.
I'm taking hits of my last joint, y'all.
Elon Tusk, he's got 8.54 inches, and it's curved like a tusk. It's up in there.
I think I know why the weed was burning so fast. The effing fan was bullshit, you know?
Because you bought that dispensary shit.
I know.
They put funnel in it. You guys call it funnel, right? You're young enough for that, right?
Funnel?
Mm-hmm. They put funnel. It's like unregulated bullshit, dry ass tobacco leaves.
Maybe.
It's not even good enough to be pipe tobacco. It's just funnel.
Now that I smoked a little flower, I'm trying to look for another joint and I don't see one. Damn, I guess I really went through it all.
I got like 7. You want one?
Damn, I went through these quick. I had a pack. I brought a pack. Like a pack like that.
Yeah, they come in like 3s and shit. That's all bullshit. Don't buy that shit. Why aren't you
Hey,
buying ounces?
I didn't have a vape, bro.
No, I mean weed, like real weed. Buy a
So I don't
quarter.
have
You're
a
just one
bong. I used to
person.
have a bong. I need to get a nice glass piece, bro. Once I get
I thought
myself a
you
nice
bought
piece, I
one.
will start buying weed. Like, and then I
Yeah,
can
you
buy
bought
like
like a pink
oil.
bong. What happened?
I don't know. I like tried to quit and I got rid of my bong. because I tried to
The
stop, and a
brand
bunch
new
of them
one that
broke
you bought
too.
over the internet, you got rid of on your mom's money when you stealing her money and getting mad.
Oh my god, I am not. I gave her money. I gave her money, so she goes
I
around
got
telling
like
everyone I
7 joints.
did.
I'll give you one for like $14. Okay, just cash out.
I can get a bong
I'll buy
relatively
McChickens and I'll
easy.
give you that fucking blunt.
It's my family, you know what I'm saying? I can get a bong. I can get a bong relatively easy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you, Keys. All right, guys. So there you go. It's been announced. Smooth Keys is coming up Tuesday night, 9 p.m. His time, which not it's okay. It's Texas, but I'm East Coast, right? So it's 10 o'clock my time. It's not like West Texas, which is what Mountain Time. It's not. It's Central. So he's 1 hour different than I. It'll be 10 o'clock my time, Eastern Standard Time. Jessica, you're 3 hours behind that because you're in Oregon, like California.
You're gonna get
She
a load out
basically
of this
lives in
story.
Canada. She lives in Canada, guys. Let's not lie.
So remember how I freaked out about that spider? Well, last time I saw a snake this time. It was a baby snake. I thought it was a worm, but it was a
In your
fucking
garage?
snake. Yeah.
So you think this is like Amityville Horror, where every sort of creature you see means there's more evil present in your home,
Something is
and you're
leaving
trying to
my house
smudge
that
it,
was not of
but you smudged
angelic
it. But how come you didn't deal with the garage?
something is trying to relieve itself of being in my house.
So I don't need cards to tell you this, Jessica. You
So what does the
smudged the
card say
house.
that you never
No,
read
I
it to
don't
me?
need cards to tell you this. Watch. You smudged the house. You got rid of all the bad energy, but there's some part of you, and that's that last compartment, that last place before you go outside, which is the garage, where you're keeping that negativity. The
Must be the
snakes and
garage.
spiders might as well not even be real. They're just manifestations of you still keeping that pocket of negativity.
Why was there a baby snake in my garage? It was black,
Because
little
trash day
tiny
doesn't
little
come
guy.
soon enough.
I'm like,
Trash
what
day
in
doesn't
the
come soon
fuck?
enough. That's why.
I guess
We're all going to get infested by rats across this country, guys. We're all going to get infested by rats, and you're going to have to move.
and by rats.
Yep.
I've had a rat infestation, not this house, but a different house I lived in.
Was it
Not
lovely?
talking just rats. We're talking the big ass rats. It was
Yeah, I've
fucking
been to Baltimore.
crazy.
You know what those fuckers look like, and the place where I pick up my weed in DC and stuff, where my shrooms come from.
Nocturnal. They come out at
Those
night,
rats are
bro.
4 feet tall, dude. Come on. I mean,
They're
they're
like
this
little
tall, but then
puppies.
they
I
got that
know. They're
tail.
like dogs.
No, they're this big, but then they got that tail that goes, and if you pull that tail, that's 4 fucking feet. You know what I mean? And there are corpses of them, and there's people sleeping there. That's where they sleep. That's where they let cracks peeps, sleep.
Oh, I can
Everybody
tell
has
you
to
some
sleep.
horror stories. I could hear them scurrying around my kitchen floor. I could hear them running. I could hear them inside of the fucking closet scratching up the fucking walls.
Yeah. And
They
so
were
I
like
love
big old
Baltimore.
fuckers. They were healthy rats. They were
So I
called
love
Norway
Baltimore,
rats.
right?
They weren't just your standard rat. These are like big fucking
They're
chihuahua
healthy.
sized
They're like,
rats.
okay, so when somebody sees, what's that thing with the cute little nose that they see sometimes? Oh, like a possum.
I
But
thought the
these rats
fuckers
are
were
as
gonna
big
get
as
in
a
my bed with
possum.
me. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, that's what I was trying to say.
You think they
Baltimore is
could
one of my
crawl into your
favorite
bed?
places. No, but Baltimore is one of my favorite places, and they got those rats that are 2 feet long and then tail. And so one of the places where I sleep, over there, the last time I was there, I could not sleep because they would come through the hole and look at me. Their eyes are red. Their teeth are like wherever they go. You know what I mean? And they just stare. And I was like, I
They're
cannot
very
sleep.
annoying.
They're scary, man. So I
They're
had
gonna
to
see if
eat.
you're out there because they want to come
I
out
had,
and
and
bite you.
there's no fucking food in Baltimore either. So you got to go to the corner store and get like Fanta, pork rinds or chips. So I got some like chips, and then I got like some Kool-Aid, and I ate the powder because like I couldn't sleep, but I had to drive home. So I ate Kool-Aid powder to juice myself up because they don't even make coffee in those fucking gas stations in Maryland.
Wow.
Nobody has coffee. They want you to buy Red Bull, man. If I buy that little Red Bull, I have to snort it.
I don't know. I like Red Bull. It's okay, but it goes flat too quickly. It's like you take one sip and it's dead.
It costs a fortune. It's about the like price of silver in weight.
I
It costs a
know.
fortune.
They sure are proud of that Red Bull shit for some reason. I'm using my plan A, A, B, C. You know, you got plan A, then there's your
Like,
backup vape, then there's your
like when, oh,
backup
I thought you were
backup
talking
vape.
about like when you had sex with somebody last night and you're like, I gotta go get to CVS. I gotta get that
What?
Plan B.
Joe,
I've had
I'm
to do
not
that
that
several
bad, am
times.
I?
I've had to do it myself, otherwise I wouldn't admit to it. Yeah.
So this vape actually made me nauseous, so I only use this as a side girl for the side girl. So this is the side girl vape. So like the
That's your.
rejections reject. You know what I'm saying? The devil's reject vape right here.
So that's
I
that's not
smoked up
even
all
a
my other shit.
that's not even a hyena.
It's a shorties and it don't smoke. I think these got pesticides in them. I think these are garbage. These are some California shit. I think Oregon shit is so much better than California shit. Like by a
I'll
thousand.
just tell you what. I'll tell you what. Oh, is that from Cali?
Oregon's got better shit than California does. I'm not even kidding you. It doesn't even taste like real weed.
But if you're smoking a vape, if I ask a fucking organic farmer that's been working for 70 years in fucking, what do they call it? The green triangle, the emerald triangle or whatever, like Arcata, California, right? I'll get better weed on the side of the
Where
road.
the fuck is that?
Northern California. It's the green triangle.
So you know that we had a thunderstorm last night? I was making good
Why
money
would I
on
know
it.
that you had a thunderstorm last night? We've been waiting for rain for 2 days, and tonight it did it, and I was outside, and it was cool. I was watching Mr. Bass and Josh Black.
Nice warm rain, huh?
Nah, we needed the rain. It cooled down here. We're
Bro,
only in the 80s. How bad's the audio sound? Because I'm split. I'm hitting a splash where you're at.
better?
I don't know. What'd you do? Yeah, it sounds better. You had your microphone on. I mean, your speaker.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It
Cause
doesn't
I'm
matter.
as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice our love. You know that song?
Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, but yeah, that's copyright.
No, it's not. I sound
I
horrible.
can.
It's not.
I actually. What? As plebeian as I am, that I can play that song on the piano. A ding, 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 ding. I learned that.
It's kind of a good song though.
I got all my Foreigner records over there and shit. I know all that shit, man. Come on. Oh shit, here we go. Now tell me how bad this sounds. Okay, not the ad. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on. Tell me if, because I turned it down to try to make it work. I don't know. I've been testing it.
This,
Let's see. I'm gonna put it
I
way
hate
back here.
this
I'll put it.
vape.
Listen.
This vape is.
Oh, I thought you said it needs some bass. You're
Oh,
probably
this
both right.
vape sucks. This vape. This Funko.
I know the end is near.
The fuck?
The final curtain. My friend. It's that Frank Sinatra song. Just my
That's not
case,
stupid.
which I'm certain I've lived a life that's full. I never eaten every highway
Those are so
and
good. I don't
more.
even.
As more than this.
They put their soul into this song. Whoever's singing it.
Hey, is that good? Does it sound good? Or is it too loud?
Tell me whoever's saying it is. So I don't know if I have an opinion of that version of whatever happened. I don't even think that's a song. I'm not rap.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? All right. I'm done fucking with you. What's
People
up?
on
No,
rap
I'm just saying.
Pack
I'm
tell
trying
me
to.
that they wanted to help me do business though for my singing. I don't believe them. I don't fall for it. I think it's all a bunch of weirdos like scammers.
What
Like
did they say they wanted to help you with? Now you said it was on
people
that
are all
stupid
acting
app.
they want to
Fuck
fall.
that app. That app is lying to you all day. You told me that you had a distro kit.
I have.
but they only gave you one song credit. No, it's a monthly service. That app is bullshit. Whatever you're using is an abusive, aspirational app. They try to get independent people to be like, if I just put it on and it's shared with all the, then it'll sell. No, that's
Yeah,
not how it works. This place is abusive.
maybe.
And it's just to make beats. You know what I mean? I have a drum machine over there. You just go,
For real.
you know what I mean? Like, that's what you pay for.
I don't know. It just has some beats and I sing a song.
And then when you want to get complicated, you're like, boop, 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 boop,
It
boop.
was actually it was
And then you press
way more
quantize or
complicated.
centize, and they fix your rhythm. They make you better than you were on a drum machine, and it's free.
I don't know. I guess I'm better without them. But for what it's worth, it's not. It's
That
a
app it's a
genre.
dead end. And those people, who did they say they were? Oh, you told me I'm not allowed to say, right?
Wait,
Was it was it that guy R. Kelly? Was that he was trying to self traffic you and stuff like that?
no. What
Well,
the
you
hell?
told me not to tell who it actually was,
Didn't
but
that
when
guy
famous people are
got killed
contacting you
or
on
something?
Rap Chat app, it's not real. It's not real.
Oh, you're talking about.
I don't want to talk about because you said their name. You said their name, but
What's that?
that thing is a scam. They censored their name themselves. You see how you couldn't say it? Say it again.
I don't know. I think I got a hold of
Yep.
the person's manager though. I came across a bunch of their catfishes though, but they never had a Facebook. Is the truth. That's what I was told. They never had
Right
a
on.
anything that said that had a Facebook was not them. They don't own one.
Yeah. Why would you have a Facebook unless your grandma?
I don't
I
know.
have a Facebook, but I don't use it. You know what I
I
mean?
smoke flower usually. I just dab, but right now I'm really stoned on like real weed, like the actual weed. I'm on some.
I'm still smoking half of this joint. Where'd your joint
I smoked all my shit up.
go?
Smoked it.
Ow. We started at the same time, Jess. Just because I
It was,
damn, I better shut up. I
it was
played a song. I'm still smoking the same joint.
it was an already smoked joint.
God damn, man. I'm gonna see what Venom sounds like then.
Uh,
I'm just testing the phone. 47 minutes, an hour and 27 minutes. No, I'm just fucking around.
strain called Yang
Mark,
Yin.
market, professional. I'm trying to learn market.
This stuff actually has me way fried. But I smoked it all
I
up.
know, but it's how many J's came in there? 3?
I bought it yesterday and I had like a couple left.
See, I'm still smoking the same.
How many J's were in here? It says 5 grams.
Would be better. Like it. I mean, I'm not burning it for the gods.
It was
No
bought
funnel.
amount. It was like a decent amount. It was over
Mm.
5. Half of them were 2 different kinds, so it was like a split pack. You know what I'm talking about? How the flavor
Yeah, yeah.
in one.
What
Yeah.
was it like? Some sativa hybrid and bullshit,
I don't
like combination or
know.
something?
I don't know what it was. I think it was. It definitely hit me. I don't know. I've never smoked it, but it's definitely hit me like indica, y'all. Definitely feeling indica vibes. But I don't know. You can Google yin and yang. Literally look at the fucking name. That's crazy. Is it
Oh
from
shit! Everybody pause.
top name yin
Should
yang?
I do a somebody in?
I did it yesterday. But people that come in, usually you'll know them. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
if you do a StreamYard, then I can get in there and make sure you fix my chat.
I'll do a thing tomorrow. I'm so tired. I'm like, I was up till 6 a.m. letting people talk.
I know. I mean, in my
I don't
time,
know why I stay up so late.
at my time, and also Hoover is the same time zone as I. 6 o'clock, she was asleep, but
I
5:50,
know.
my time.
I feel bad that
Even
she's
Voorhees
asleep
showed
right
up. You
now.
forgot about Voorhees. Voorhees showed up. He showed up. He just said he was too fucked up from his chocolate bar, and that BG was cool, and it was BG's birthday. Happy birthday, Tom Cable.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, do you have HBO?
I got Comcast, remember? I got the same as
Yeah,
you.
but do you have an HBO Go? You have
I
HBO
don't
Go?
know. I,
Ask your
I
dad and sign into his on your Roku. You can sign in
I don't think so.
because
I got
you
Netflix and
know
I got
Tiger King,
YouTube.
the Tiger King people, right? The Tiger King people. They have a new one coming out, and it's about like people who have fucking chimpanzees. They have chimps.
Nice, man.
No, no, crazy. You don't have chimps. You know what I mean? Because when they're what the fuck? Have you ever dealt with a 14-year-old boy? Deal with an 18-year-old chimp. You know what I mean? That motherfucker. The lady
So,
got her face taken off. Remember? My wife was like, "Oh, remember the lady who got her face taken off?" And I was like, "It was in the trailer." Yeah. I don't have HBO, but yeah. Shit. Fuck
I
that
like
shit, man.
Trailer Park
Primates are
Boys.
evil, man. Hey, thank you for helping me because you're a moral person. And like when we were talking about stuff and you were talking about energy, and I was talking, and you were also sharing with me the other guy, and his sort of philosophy on how much of a thin line we're on right now, right? And how we have to
Oh
be like
yeah.
moral warriors and what.
I was
Well,
so
listen,
fucked
I'm
up
not a
making you
moral
watch that guy. I'm
warrior.
sorry.
But you gave me a lot of clarity because I said, hey, if I take all that information you've given to me and filter it down, it means, am I really a good person? Is my
Yeah.
motivation in these funny ways that I go? Is the motivation in the core pure and kind? And I'm not sure yet, but at least you got me to look at that because I grew up with like concepts of loyalty and like you better shut your mouth. We don't tell nobody, you know what I mean? But I don't know
Yeah.
if that's overbearing and controlling. And I don't want to be. And I always say the kids are smarter, but you help me because you're like a person of morality. Because my wife will be like, yeah, fuck them too, because you know what I mean. Like we're on the same page on that. I mean, if I say that's a question, she says no, it's definite. Even. What's up? How you doing?
What's up? I'm just
Son came back
chilling.
from work though. But
I'm
anyways, thank you
totally
for like giving me
snuggling.
some
I'm
perspective.
cuddling up in my being snug in my bug. Bro, I'm officially
Where you
single. I
sleeping?
got dumped.
Where you sleep? I know you said he didn't want to talk to you anymore.
I got broken up with. I got told to fuck off. At
He don't want to talk to you anymore.
least I heard back and I know that they're alive. Like it's better as being dumped than actually not knowing if they're not okay. I'd prefer them to
I
talk
get
shit
it.
to me than ignore me because at least I know they're breathing and they're kicking and they're okay. They're a little feisty old man. Oh, little feisty Mexican. Always talking
Also,
his
probably
shit.
also have to hide like what 3 different wedding
Oh,
rings or
little
whatever.
guy
Now,
doesn't know what he
hey, don't
wants.
be talking. Don't be talking ethnically now. That's not acceptable here. Okay, now
I
come on.
like. Is it bad that I prefer that? Like, is that bad? He will act like
No,
it's
it's
like
not.
me
It's fine
being.
for you to have a.
He will
But
act like it's me
look,
being
even these people.
stereotypical. But everybody's got a preference. Maybe I happen to
No,
prefer
listen,
that.
everybody's okay to have a preference, right? But you don't have to tell anybody. And YouTube is
Okay, I
public, and
won't.
they like
You're right. You're
they
right. You're
fucking
right. You're right. You're
they
right.
look at
YouTube will
things.
twist my words into something it's
They
not.
look at stupid things. They look at stupid things as if they're a threat.
I know they'll twist something I'm saying and make it something else. I know. I know.
Right, right, right.
It's
So
always
I'm
gonna
just
be
saying, like that's
backwards
why
for
I say
somebody out there,
I
yo.
try to explain to people. I just try to call it like, don't be spicy on my channel because it's public, right? But at the same time, what I mean is, if it never brought a person up to say something like that, don't say it.
Oh, they were the ones that were mean to me, bro. I was like,
It
okay,
happens though,
then
right?
they're gonna feel bad because I was so nice to them. Like that's on them to fucking sleep with their soul, bro. They're the ones that has to sleep with that conscience, bro. That they were mean to someone that was good to them.
Yeah,
That's I don't got to sleep with that kind of demon. I was nothing but fucking nice and sweet. I was very nice when I departed. They were probably expecting
yeah.
me to say something mean back, but
You know,
Mm.
I mean, I have to be honest with you, when
I
we
almost
started
did.
communicating about it, and I was like, oh, he's just stringing you along for the weekend and doing these things when it serves him. It looks like, like again, he's probably putting away a wedding ring or something.
I don't know, man. I give
And
up on trying to
I'm bouncing
guess.
back. Can you turn your speaker off or whatever? I'm bouncing back again. But when I understood more and you shared him again, because the first time you shared him, I'm bouncing back over there. You have a speaker on? But the first
No.
time you shared him, he was like sitting on a couch and you were just hanging with him and he wasn't really involved. But then when you were in his place and he was doing his music, I was like, oh, like he legitimately is a musician. You know what I mean? And I'm starting to get more of, I mean, he probably knows how good he is. He's probably into it. You know what I mean? Like people that are half in love with themselves, how much love do they have left to give to you? You know what I mean? I started to get
Uh,
it a little bit more. I mean,
that
we could
guy's
all share in the love
shady.
that people have for themselves, and I encourage all of you to. See, I'm bouncing back. What do you have me on a fucking Apple speaker or some shit?
Oh my god. I don't know.
I don't either. Okay, better. I'm not bouncing back. But I was just saying, like, people that are in love with themselves to that level, sometimes you're just giving them more reason. And don't let them live in delusion. They're not that great. Nobody is. Fuck that.
So it's really pathetic as to why I allowed it to go on so long. I was literally already knew it was bad for me. I stayed because I just don't like change. I don't want to experience something new, somebody new. It seems too mentally draining to get to know a new person again, start over again. I was just too comfortable with the familiarity of what
You
I was
don't want
already
it to
familiar
fail.
with. You know what I'm saying?
You want to take a step forward and have it go your way. So you have an anticipation. Your future tripping, by the way, your future tripping is, you don't know what's coming up and it makes you uncomfortable. That's why you're tripping.
I was okay with being with somebody that was maybe not that nice to me over being completely alone. I prefer that over being completely alone. I hate being alone all the time like I
You know
am.
why? I think I
I can't handle
understand
being
because
lonely.
listen, Jess, I
What's
think I
up?
understand because when you're completely alone, you don't even know that you exist.
It gets hard. Then I start
No, I
making
mean if
myself
you're in
mad.
your head and you're alone, you can talk to the wall, but the wall never says I hear you, I see you. So you don't even know that you exist. I mean,
Cracking me up.
you're being too preemptive because maybe you don't exist, but you worry about it too much. Like you think it's important. You
It
can't
ain't.
prove it without a fucking mirror to answer. You know what I mean?
I don't know why I even care. I really should just shut
Hey,
up,
thanks for
guys.
joining in. Please click that like. What's up? Is that Ghostface?
I can't see the chat. The chat's been hidden from me, everybody. I can't see it. So if there's anybody I know in there, hello. If there's anyone I know. Hey Joe, you wanna tell me who's in there?
I wouldn't know. I don't know.
Someone is
I
someone
mean, I
watching us?
think you need to go live. Why don't you do a StreamYard? I'll come in there. We'll try to fix my chat. I've been on
Why?
for
I'm
too
not
long. I got to
scared.
dump it before the video gets dumped. Somebody probably said, something offensive or something. So I gotta like go ahead and get out. And you do a StreamYard. You said you can't do it till tomorrow.
What's going on? Did there something bad happen?
No,
I'm fine. I
no, but
can't
my
see
stream went
anything.
on. I'm still bouncing at your house. Do you have me on a speaker?
No? Well, kinda.
Yeah, because in StreamYard you can turn echo cancellation off, but you can't do that in YouTube. So,
Just
anyways,
me.
no, my stream is just too long. I don't want it to get lost. It's hitting 1 hour and 40 minutes right now. So if you really don't want to do a StreamYard tonight, then we'll wait till tomorrow.
Okay.
But if you do at 1:40 now, 1 hour and 40 minutes, I'll join in to make sure we fix our chat. And those people that you think disowned you might actually come and, understand that you didn't mean to do anything wrong. That it's just the
I
ups and
think I
downs
was
and it's just the
tripping.
growing
I think
pains.
I didn't. Dude, I tend to do that. I
They'll
tend to
love you
think people are
later.
against me. I'm tripping all the time, Joe.
You just stepped
Just
over a
being
line,
dumb.
maybe. But again, those are the ups and downs, like give them a chance. Do a
Of
StreamYard. Are you ready?
course.
Give them a chance. Do a
Anyways,
StreamYard. I'll share it.
up to you. You want me on here no more? Am I annoying the shit out of you, poor Joe? My
No,
fucking
it's
poor
just no.
Joe.
I have a fucking stream that's an hour and 40
Oh,
minutes.
I'm
I don't do that. I
overdosing,
do 1 hour.
Joe.
I don't do 4 hours. I don't get paid at my other job while I stream. Jesus.
I'm
Can't fucking
overdosing,
afford to do
Joe,
a 4 hour
everyone.
stream. I have to cook. For many.
Everybody step right up. I'm overdosing, Joe.
No, she's absolutely right. She's absolutely right.
Woo!
That
We got a
what she's
masquerade
correct
going on,
about
y'all.
is life is a cabaret. It's just a show. Jessica is right.
It's just a shit show in here, y'all. Dude, that thing is sick though. That thing's got roses on it. That thing's kind of
It's
cool as
it's
fuck.
it's Dia de los Muertos.
That thing is cool as fuck, is what it is. I like that thing.
I know it's best on me. All right, I'll see you. But no, go live. Can you do that, StreamYard?
I guess. I'll put a StreamYard up, see what happens. I mean, if anybody will go to it, it'd be
All right,
cool.
I'll share it to my channel. I'll share it to my channel. I
Okay.
don't like to keep streams that are more than an hour. This is 1:42. We're out. We're out.
Okay.
Peace.
Good night.
Bye bye, everybody.